Hello and welcome to From the Boundary. I am Tom and I'm once again joined by my co-host Sam.
Before we start this episode, though, we need to talk about Quick Fix Bat Services. Got it right that time. Nailed it. Henry, who's been on the podcast, probably OG sponsor now. He has now offered. It's not now. He did it before Christmas. But all listeners to the From the Boundary show.
Get to the point, Sam. The point.
I think him sponsoring a podcast to two people who got ADHD is probably not the best idea. But never mind. Back on point. Henry gives all of the listeners to From the Boundary 5% off all his services. And all you have to do is message him, ask him for a service on Instagram, say you've come from us, use the code word boundary5 for 5% off. That is Quick Fix _ Bat Services. Quick Fix _ Bat Services on Instagram. Message Henry, go back, watch the episode that he's on, come back, watch this episode. Everyone's caught up. You know who Henry is. You know who we are.
We know who Henry is.
We know, well, and the listeners, because if they've not listened to everyone knows who Henry is. And then
they get to know who we are.
Then you get to know who we are, because that was a few episodes, and you'll have some episodes to catch up. And then, come back, listen to this episode, and then, we're done. I feel like that was
don't think we ever got to the point.
No, the point is that Henry, if you message Henry at Quick Fix Bat Services, he'll give you 5% off. All you've got to do is say boundary 5, and it's 5% off all services. Perfect in time for the new season.
Amen to that.
Hello and welcome to From the Boundary, recorded in a loft in Kent. Let's see what these two idiots have to say this week. Before they start, though, I must ask you to follow, like and repost all their amazing social medias. Search From the Boundary on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok for updates and clips.
Hello and welcome back. Before we start this week's podcast, we need to discuss our Patreon. Sam, what is our Patreon?
Our Patreon, Tom, is patreon.com/From the Boundary Podcast. And on Patreon, it means that you can support us.
We sound professionals because we messed it up the first time. And how much does our Patreon cost, Sam?
Our Patreon is £5 a month. And for that even, oh fuck it, I'm not restarting. For that, you get these episodes that you're listening to now early. So rather than getting them on a Monday like everyone else, you can get them on a Saturday. You also get a discount on merch, which we haven't started yet. But when it starts, you'll get a discount on merch. There's also going to be extra episodes. We're going to probably aim to do one a month, potentially, probably. And we give you priority when it comes to contacting the podcast.
Excellent. Thanks, Sam.
Any other questions about it?
Not for now.
So, to reiterate, patreon.com/From the Boundary Podcast for just £5 a month, which is less than a pint in most places, isn't it? Basically,
it is, yeah.
Basically, buy me and Tom a pint a month, and then we'll be very happy with you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to From the Boundary. It is hot.
This was a mistake.
It is hot.
I know we said it, was it 2 weeks ago? We said,
yeah.
It's really fucking hot in here and we've got rid of the aircon unit, but there's nothing to worry about because it's not going to get any hotter than this. Yeah, that was like pure Michael Fish. Nah, it's not going to be windy tonight, isn't it? Because it's 31 degrees at the moment.
It is.
And
HAWT.
Oh.
Hot.
I got it at the end. I thought, what do you mean HAWT? Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
And it's sticky. So, get through your stories quickly, because as much as I've missed you for 3 weeks, I fucking don't want to be sat up here.
Sunday drinks. We're doing 2.
Yes, you're right, we are. Sunday is supposed to be the hottest day.
I think it's Sunday the day.
32 on Sunday.
Is Sunday like the longest day as well or something? Is that this weekend?
No, that'd be tomorrow, 20th, isn't it? 20th of June.
Oh, I thought it was. I just said on that's.
It might.
21st. I thought they just said it was.
Yeah, it might be. Because my birthday is Monday, so it's normally around then. Because then it all starts to go to shit. We have shorter days. Is it me, or did we not get a spring this year?
No.
Did we go from winter to baking fucking hot? There was none of these, like, every year it's normally like a little gradual build up into the... do you know what? It's not cut. It's you go from, it's fucking freezing, to, it's not too bad, to, yeah, summer's on its way, to fuck me, summer's here, to fuck me, can we get out of the devil's arsehole now?
It's also only like mid-June. You've still got July, which theoretically July is supposed to be hotter.
And August.
But then August will probably be back to this, which is still
really fucking hot. And I'm not built for this weather.
No.
I'm fat, I'm hairy. There's a reason I'm nicknamed Chewbacca. And I would love to have seen Star Wars if Chewbacca had been dropped in a fucking desert somewhere, because that's what it feels like.
Chewbacca playing cricket, that would be a hell of a spin-off.
I've basically done it, mate. But yeah, no, I put Chewbacca in a fucking desert. I now fully understand why every bit of Star Wars was done in fucking snow. Because Chewbacca would have fucking passed out. That would have been a case of, quick, let's go and get him. I'm not going to attempt to make the noise, so let's pretend that he talks. And he'll just be like, no, fuck off, wait for him to come over here. There's not going to be a great deal of running in the field, I feel, on Sunday. There's going to be a lot of, quick, attack the ball.
Oh, mate.
It's coming to me anyway.
I just realised what I'm doing.
You're keeping. You're fucked.
Christ.
You are absolutely bollocks.
At least I don't have anyone really, really good stood next to me at first slip.
Really. Do you know what? When I was deciding the team, I was thinking, like, I've stood by Reevesy. Reevesy's going to be my keeper because you're not a complete clusterfuck. So let's go with it.
I think that's the nicest thing anyone said about my keeping so far.
It's not a complete clusterfuck. Partly way there, and I thought I want to stick with him, and then thought, actually, do you know what? I've got not just Division 1, a Premier Division first team wicket keeper and captain as keeper. He might be able to bring my...
He might want to do it.
He might... Well, no, not necessarily do it. He might want to bring my buy figures down for the ones that shank off and go, like, leg side and have fucked off. And I texted him and went, Matt, do you fancy it? And he went, I've got to do 50 overs on Saturday.
Well, actually, looking at the team on Saturday, I don't know who's going to keep for them either.
What, the first team?
No, for us.
Oh,
the two regular keepers aren't playing.
Sam?
Yeah, but it's a bit tricky when he's opening the bowling. I might have to do 20 overs on Saturday at this rate.
Good practice.
It's too hot.
Mate, you missed out on nets yesterday. That was a fucking drag. That was an absolute... Well, you didn't have the balls, did you? I've got that message at cricket. Oh, no, we didn't get the balls in the end.
I know, but you turned up and you didn't have any.
No, I've never had balls. I nearly lost them yesterday as well, which wasn't a great... I'll come to that story.
Wait, okay, so...
I'll come to that. Yeah, it was so hot that I think I managed to bowl 5, 6 overs of pace.
Oh, I was going to say ball.
No, pace.
Yeah.
Before I went, I need to go to spin because I'm fucking dying here.
Mm.
And, it was one of them where just as the legs started to get heavy, it was like... oh. The upper half started working really well and was really in tandem, but the bottom half was going, I've just carried him for 30 balls, I don't want to fucking do it anymore. So, yeah, bit hot.
Mm.
And then, going to my story of nearly losing a testicle. The only people that turned up last night, I was the only pace bowler there.
Right.
And then it was 3 spinners. So, do you remember last week when I said I was batting and I said I couldn't get comfortable, something didn't feel right?
Yeah.
I thought it was something doing with my pad, something just didn't feel... I didn't know whether I'd done the strap up a bit tight.
You just did a lot of motions, you're not saying any words.
I don't know whether I'd done a strap up a bit tight on my leg or something. It just didn't feel quite comfortable. And then yesterday I went to bat, got out twice in the first 2 balls because I didn't read which way.
Well, to be fair, I did that last week. I got out first ball to you.
Yes, you did. But no, I misread which way the ball was spinning.
It's not great for your confidence, is it?
No, it's not brilliant. What's even worse, though, is I started to see it quite well and was like, right, he's only spinning it that way. JT's only spinning it the other way. I've got his fucking nailed down. And one from Carl floated up and I went, it's going to go leg side. big step forward, big sweep.
Cow corner.
No, it was perfect. Going to square leg, sweep, contact, and as the bat sort of got to like in line with point, because I start with the bat high, don't I? So as it sort of came round and got to point, I went, I'm not wearing a box. If I miss this, I have, like, this isn't like a little step forward. I have gone full, like, if I was wearing, like, cycling shorts, bollocks would have been coming out. I'd taken that much of a stride forward to get to it. And all of a sudden, I just sort of went, I just sort of jabbed this, like, the bat was horizontal, and I just sort of like, almost like, you know, when you see, like, people play paddle?
Yeah.
It looked like I just tried to, or, you know, like the baseball style bunt.
Yeah.
It looked like I just tried doing that because I panicked.
So did anyone point that out? Anyone like, what the fuck was that?
JT asked what I was playing at because he thought it was going to cow corner, and I went, I'm not wearing a box, and then panicked slightly.
There is a good story. I can't remember who said it. I think it was Ravi Bapara. Basically, in their book, just started playing. They're playing pro, and they're playing for England. I think it was England A at the time, before Lions. And he was facing up to an 80-mile-an-hour bowler, and he was on about 30, and he was like, I finally got myself in this tour. I haven't done that. And then he got like a Yorker, dug it out. And then as he turned away, as he turned away, sort of like that hand went like that, sort of across him. And then he was like, oh. He realised he'd been facing 80-mile-an-hour bowling without a box. He was like,
oh.
I think they actually went and got him like the box, and he was like, that's great. I'm not wearing the right pants though. This is just gonna.
He's just gonna swing from side to side. No, it was. To be fair, it was like last week though when I went to go and bat and someone pointed out I wasn't wearing a helmet, and I was like, I've not worn a helmet since I was about 18.
Yeah, I pretty much always do because I saw someone got hit in the face.
Yeah, that was me.
That was me.
I have been hit in the face. It was again off a sweep shot into my own face.
Ever since then, I've always worn a helmet, but there are sometimes, especially when there's two spinners on, you're like, is it really worth it? But then as soon as you get out there, they'll take one spinner off, and then you have to go get it anyway. So
I just don't wear one. Don't. But the thing is, and the reason I don't wear a helmet, and it's kind of the same with when I was boxing. In that, as soon as I put a headguard on, I felt indestructible, so I'd just make silly mistakes.
All right.
And it's kind of the same with the helmet in that it kept me on my toes a bit more. It keeps me on my toes a bit more because I think if I get this wrong and it hits me in the face, it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. So let's make sure I get some bat on it.
Scare yourself into it.
Yeah, basically.
Talking of overconfidence, do you want to know what I did on Saturday?
No, I've not heard. So I was told to ask. I was told to ask you about how you got out on Saturday, and I thought rather than texting you, I'd wait until pod so that you can share it with everyone because I've heard what you did the ball before. I've heard what you did the ball before.
I think there was two balls in between. I think there was a dot ball in there. I don't think it was back to back.
Oh, I got told it was the ball before.
It wasn't successive balls. But yeah, so you've got to be how old to play adults cricket? 12, 13?
13.
But it depends whether you're in the Kent setup.
If you're in the Kent setup, you can play at 12.
Anyway,
it's 13.
If that kid was 12, he's very small for his year. Like, he's tiny. So he comes running in.
Oh, no. I've not been given details. I just, like I said, I know what you did. What I was told was the ball before, so...
Yeah. First one's... and so I'm batting short boundaries this way.
Yeah.
So I faced about 10 balls at this point. I'm on none.
Surprise, surprise. In other news, the sky's blue and it's fucking hot today.
And those trees are green.
Well, actually, you can see out the window. This is the problem with moving the desk. I can't see out the window.
I can only see like a third of the tree. Ranked long hop, and I've still never hit a six, but that's probably about as close as I've got. It's literally talking like that. So
have you never? Oh yeah, I'm going to come to this because I got told some stats last week that disappointed me.
Well, my stats or your stats?
Mine.
Oh, okay. So I've never hit a six. Ever, like even kids cricket, I've never hit a six. That was like that close. And I was batting 8, I think, and we were like 120 for 7 or something. And obviously, like, weren't going to get to a
6.
No, because we lost the wicket while I was out there. So obviously you to kind of get a move on to actually get to a decent score. So
got to get a move on. I know who we need. Tom.
So I hit the first one for 4, and then just had a complete and utter clusterfuck with a brain fart. So the next ball, I just decided, and I don't know why, because I'm usually pretty calm out in the middle.
Hang on. You're not going to try and tell me that you tried teeing off on someone, are you?
I basically went for the exact same shot again, and it was full and straight, and I just got nowhere near it.
That's why they say, Luke, you play the ball on the merit. All right, we're going to have to
I just got the fact he was some young kid just completely got in my own head. And I was like, I'm going to take him for 20, because if I take him for 20, then we don't really need to worry about the other bowler at the other end. And
Tom, I mean this in the absolute politest...
I hit a 4, I just got really overexcited.
I mean this in the absolute politest way that I can. But batsmen in our club that let's say on a 22-man on a Saturday, Sunday picked. Who do I need?
I'm not getting a 100 contract, am I?
Not really. Right, out of these 22 players, who will I put below Tom in length? Right, we need to get 20 off and over. Tom's out there. Tom's going to have to be the aggressor because I can only think of one person I'd have or 2 people I'd have at the other end, and they're bat slower than you. Yeah. And in your head, you went, "I'm just the man we need here."
I just hit a 4 and I just completely, my head just completely went.
I love how low your standards are that you hit a 4 and went. There's me. Do you remember when we played the Exiles and I got 50 and I took an absolute fucking age to get to 20 and then put one of their fielders, one of their spinners away.
One of the fielders.
Yeah, well, I nearly did, didn't I? I put one of their spinners away for 21 off the over by just going 6. Oh, they moved the fielder up. Fuck it, I got over him. 6 again, and there's the one. But yeah. I was excited by 21 off and over. You was excited by 4.
I was excited by A4, yeah. I pretty much did the exact same, not the exact same the week before. And to be fair, I think I batted a bit more like 6, and there was only like 4 overs to go, and that was a full toss, hit for 4, and then the next over I basically just didn't get anything away at all. I think I took 1 off the last ball of the over, which was like, that's exactly what I didn't want to do.
Great, I'm now hoarding the strike as well as not getting runs.
And then the first ball of the next over, I tried going over the top of mid off and just basically moved it straight to him. But that wasn't quite so bad because that was with 2 or 3 overs to go. I kind of thought, I'm obviously not the one that you want out here, but I'm gonna have to go for it, sort of thing. Whereas there's probably not quite 10 overs to go, but there was a fair while to go, and I was batting 8, and we were 7 down.
So stay there.
Well, yeah, I just had a complete brain fart. I just had a complete.
Please don't do that on Sunday.
No, there'd probably be someone scoring runs at the other end, I would like to imagine.
I'd hope so. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
So I'd just be like...
My plan is on Sunday to not have to bat, not have to bowl.
Not have to bowl?
Yeah, it would be nice. Have you seen the amount of bowlers we've got? For once, I think I actually looked at the team sheet and went, fuck me, I've got 5 batsmen, 5 bowlers and you.
And the other one.
Yeah, and Tom. But yeah, so I got told a stat. So I think
I just realised that's there. But we now moved over there. It's not remotely in the shot.
Perfect. I should have maybe looked at the camera before I said perfect. Need to. There's no point. I've sold the house.
Oh, you sold it?
Did you not see the massive board outside my house that says sold?
I just opened. I put stuff in the car, and then you had the door open, so I just looked at you.
It's fucking hot. Yeah, so I think I've got something minuscule, like 150 runs for the club, and then do you want to know, so in total I've got 5 wickets in my whole career.
Have you? Is that all?
Yeah, but don't forget I only started bowling to tail end of last year properly.
Yeah.
Well, 5 wickets in total. I've got one for Sheldrich at the moment.
Have you?
Yeah.
The one at Nelson.
Yep. That's my first wicket for Sheldrich. And do you know
I've got more wickets than you.
No, we've got the same amount of wickets. Sam went to me, yeah, you got the same amount as Tom. And I went, no, I haven't, though, have I? And he went, yeah, you've both got one wicket for Sheldrich. And I went, no, but I haven't. And the only way he could make me feel better was, I think someone was playing under Tom's name.
Oh, was he?
And I went,
No, I think I probably got one.
oh, fuck. Really?
I feel like it was 4 overs, 1 for 95 or something. But yeah, I think I got one.
Where? How? When?
Well, because when I used to bowl when we first started playing for Sheldrich.
Did you?
Yeah, very badly.
How you've grown.
And I just got moved for like about 80. And I think JT was captain. He was like, just staying on. I was like,
I'm fucking not.
and then the fourth one was actually a reasonable over. Didn't get moved absolutely everywhere. And the one time they tried to move me, they got hit to the long on. I think I remember setting the field because basically someone was at...
Everyone back.
Well, someone was at square leg and I was like, no, I can hear you. Just like, fuck off. Go away. You're way too close if I can actually hear you. Like, you need to be on the fence. Preferably behind the fence, but just go on the fence.
Just batting them back in for it. No, that hasn't gone for 6, look.
But yeah, no, so...
We got the same amount. I need to get some wickets this weekend, don't I?
You just said you're not going to bowl. Maybe I'll bowl. Maybe I'll overtake you.
You're not fucking... You're staying behind them stumps. If you bowl on Saturday and I get a text going, I'm now ahead of you, I'm telling you now, I don't care how much cramp I get, how shit it is, I'm bowling all 9 of my overs.
I imagine Saturday night I message you, I'm like, yeah, they just had 3 bunnies at the end. I took a hat-trick to finish the game off.
I'd give up bowling. I would actually give up, but I'd just go, no, congratulations, Tom, you keep them.
Oh, dear.
You have them. I wonder who is leading wicket taker at the moment this year. Because we ain't taken a lot of wickets.
On Sundays.
On Sundays. Elworthy Jr., probably.
Yeah, not senior.
Oh, saying that, Archie.
Doesn't really take as... spinners are weird. They don't really take as many wickets.
You just end that sentence there. Spinners are weird.
But
just stop.
They don't take as many wickets as you think they do. Quite often you'll think they bowl really nicely and it's like 2 for 30 or 1 for 25 or something, 10 overs, and you kind of think, I thought you did a lot better than that. I took a lot more wickets. Greedy?
Not taking that many wickets.
No, it still won't be the most. I'm not saying that it's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, as I said, we haven't taken a great deal of wickets on a Sunday, have we?
No.
It'd be nice.
I'm trying to think the game that you didn't play, that I did play. I can't even remember who took the wickets. I think that was Elworthy.
Yeah, probably.
I
think it was because I think I still on the Saturday night I had to put the team sheet on.
Saturday night, Sunday night.
Sunday night.
That's impressive.
I knew the score before we even played the game.
Knew I was going to shell one off him. He wasn't happy about that. Mrs. Elworthy Senior found out Elworthy Junior wasn't very happy in the car. On the way home, we got a message.
Because you dropped one.
To be fair, that was an inside edge. Inside edge, so I'm going that way, and then it's inside edge, we're going back that way.
Yeah. To be fair, there's a reason that... Was it Tim Payne who took the one from Sharma? Is classed as like one of the top 5 wicketkeeper catches off an inside edge because he literally... I'm sure it's Sharma has a big fucking cover drive, inside edges it. Tim Payne's already going sort of that way and sort of flings him...
Yeah,
like, body's going that way,
hard.
Arms going that way and somehow takes it. You think there's a reason that's in the top 5 catches when it comes to keepers. And you're not a keeper. You are just...
I'm just a bloke behind the
stumps. You're just helping.
Yeah, looking forward to Sunday, first slip. Reevesy, the red thing that comes at you. You're supposed to catch it.
No! Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
To be fair, he said he would help you out.
And when you're batting, you're supposed to hit the red thing as far as you can, preferably along the floor. Shit, I've been doing this wrong for 15 years. So hold on.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Can we just roll back a minute? But it's taking for someone to explain it. Not looking at your scores. Not looking at your... How many catches have you got for Sheldrich?
Well, none behind the stumps yet. Probably not many in general, no.
5? I think I've got quite a few catches. Well, I say quite a few. Bearing in mind that I normally field fucking miles away.
I'm trying to think like recently. I think in like since COVID, I remember taking a catch and I run out for direct hit. But I think that's about off the top of my head. That's about it.
So I'm on one already this season.
I'm the bloke you decided to choose to keep on Sunday.
What?
I'm the bloke you've chosen as the keeper on Sunday.
Yeah,
Off the top of my head, one run out. One.
No, I've
catch.
got one catch this season. Took 2 last year. And I think the year before that was probably my most. I think I took 4 or 5 the year before. One of them being when I was at first slip and me and Angry nearly ran into each other because he was keeping and it went up. And we both sort of went, where the fuck did that go? Oh, fuck, it's there. So he's sort of backpedaling. I'm sort of running in. And I sort of went, well, he's going to get that. Then he went, oh, he's behind me, so first slip will get it. And at the last minute, I just went, you know, like if someone drops baby, oh, fuck. That's what that was. So, yeah. I think I'm probably at about 10 catches for Sheldrich. I remember taking one on my debut. That's absolutely fucking spanked back at me, and I was at mid-on. Like, properly on the drive up, and it hit me fucking there. And it was like one of them where you go, I think I was like 13, 14.
Other Tom took a really good catch at short cover on the game you didn't play. He went flying away to his right.
Yeah, that's because he's young. He bounces. That's the concern, though, isn't it? Like, we're both the wrong side of 30 now. And there are times when I've thought... There was one last night at Nets. Alex drove one straight back down the ground. It hit someone's bag. I don't think it was mine. And popped up.
Oh, yeah.
And out of nowhere, my brain went, just first touch it. Inside of your foot. So I've literally lifted my leg up. This ball's still travelling. Gone, I'm just going to side foot this and I'll just catch it. You know, like that prime little flick it up, volley it back. It'll look brilliant. And as my foot got up, I went, what the fuck are you doing? I just pulled my foot back.
Oh, dear.
That one can go to the stinging nettles. We'll go and get that one afterwards.
Away from cricket, you've been moving.
I have been moving.
How's that gone?
Stressful. It is I can fully understand why people say that moving house is the most stressful thing they ever do. Like, fully, not a case of people are just like, you know, when people say it and you just think, yeah, but I've met your missus.
Mm.
That's why it's stressful. I've met her. That's probably not helped the situation. Me and Rosie get on like a fucking house on fire. There was times during the move where both of us were like, you need to fuck off for 10 minutes. If you don't, I'm going to throw you out the window. Like,
yeah, because you ended up missing 2 weekends. You only had the 1 week booked off.
So I booked the week off.
Yeah.
And was going to miss the first Sunday because that was the day we was going to get the keys. So it was like, right, I'm going to miss that one and I won't miss the second one.
You're going to get the keys?
Yeah, we had to get the keys off her brother, didn't we?
Oh, right.
So it was like a case of, well, I'll miss that first one but I will be in by the second one. So I won't need to worry about it. And by Wednesday afternoon, it was a case of, I'm not going to be able to play on Sunday, am I? Because we're still going to be moving. And there's still shit up here. Look, I've still got all this shit in the loft that needs to go in my loft there. And selling off furniture. And FaceBay needs to get in the fucking bin. No, maybe
I don't even know what FaceBay is. I assume it's eBay. But
it's like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Do you not know what it is?
Oh, is that what Facebook Marketplace is now called?
Well, it's what it's down with the kids call it.
Oh.
I shouldn't have done that. That was sweaty. Yeah, so Facebook Marketplace, the people on that need to get in the fucking bin.
Yeah, it's very kind of random who.
So far, I've sold a bookcase, a bed. What else have I sold? I sold quite a bit. A bed.
Curtains?
No, they went. Blind broke.
Sofa?
Nah, no one wants my sofa. I might actually have to go to the skip. A couple of TV. Chest of drawers and something else. a coffee table, because they weren't allowed to go. But so I sold them, and every single one of them has been a bit of a you okay, hun? Like it's always reassuring when you get 2 or 3 messages about something, because you can kind of weed it out and go, that's the person that's not. Yeah. Like they've not dribbled on their phone to send this message. This person's got their marbles just about in a row. So, selling the bed, and I put it up for 50 quid. It's not a fucking bad bed. It's just awkward, and it's just going to take up room in this house when someone wants to move in. Yeah. I'm not going to be one of those cunts that just goes, I don't want it, you deal with it. Yeah,
like, we're just leaving these in the flat of the house for you.
No, that's what I was just, I was doing a safety check for you. Because that's what we've just dealt with. We spent the first day, or first afternoon, having to get rid of shit that they didn't want. And it was like, right, let's just get rid of it when we're done with it. What's your best price? 30 quid? I'll give you 15. It's up for 50, for fuck's sake. Yeah. I think like the bloke that's come to get it is actually giving me 40 quid, and it's like normal. Yeah. Someone, coffee table, glass coffee table like this, but black top and obviously coffee table size. What are the dimensions? It's a fucking coffee table. Like what? Like I can kind of understand if like you're selling a fridge. Yeah. And you need to know the dimensions because you need to know, because we've just made that fucking catastrophic error. Oh god. But if you buy a fridge, you need to know that it fits where you want it. This is a coffee table, and it's up for a £5. Help me out here, kids. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, it's Facebook Marketplace. The people on it need to. I think.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of Facebookers on there. It sounds really obvious, but you know what I mean, don't you?
Like the people that tag themselves as safe in an earthquake that happened 3,000 miles. Yeah. Like one's going sharing a poster of a lost child that it's like, this child's been lost in Indonesia. What the fuck are you going to do about it in St Helens? Yeah, them people.
Yeah. When I was with my ex, we got a TV stand when we moved into a flat together. Ironically, actually fairly close to where I live now. But we got a TV stand, and the bloke was like, I think he put it up for like a £5 or a £10 or something. And we messaged him and said, like, when can we pick it up? And basically, we're going to offer what he said. Yeah. And he said, no, you can have it for free. I've changed my mind. Basically, I'm getting rid of stuff. So, changed my mind. We were like, oh, sweet. He opened his door, and both of us were like, Jesus, like, that stinks. He must have been high as a kite. And then he was like, I'll give you a hand. And we were both like, no, it's fine. It's fine. We will take it to the car. It's absolutely fine. And then just didn't want to sound like complete wankers. But
yeah, we bought a chest. No, was it a chest of drawers? No, it wasn't the chest of drawers. Chest of drawers was quite nice. That was coming from around the corner from you.
Yeah, that's. I think a lot of it is around that.
Bought a chest of drawers from there. That was quite nice. We bought. What did we buy? Oh no, sold cabin bed. Yeah, big cabin bed sold for 50 odd quid. And the woman that turned up for that was like. So I put it on Facebook because I was having a lot more luck selling stuff. So I put it on Facebook, and this girl messaged and was like, I would want to, can I have the dimensions? I was like, we were stupid. We took the photo and then dismantled it before we took any dimensions. But I'll send you the picture and see if you can do that reverse Google image thing and see if we can find one. And she came back to me and went, yeah, I found it. It's this one. Yeah, it'll fit. I just need to find out from my dad whether you can pick it up. And I thought, fuck me, is this the kind of thing I'm dealing with? Like, this is written in crayons. Like, Jim will fix it for me to have this bed. And I was like, fuck me. So she then goes, oh yeah, me and my dad are going to come and get it. Can come and get it tonight. Sweet. I'll bring it all downstairs. So I bring it all downstairs. I said, I will be home from 5 o'clock. How would you read that?
Come after 5. Well, like 5:30 onwards. Yeah.
You'd aim for 5. I'd say if that was me, if someone said to me, I'll be home if I'm going to be home at 5, my thinking is sometime between 5 and half 5. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be taking the piss. At like 5:45, she texted and went, "Are you home yet?"
You're not in a relationship with her. You don't have to like.
I'm fucking waiting for you. Yeah. I'm sat on the sofa going, "I'm gonna go and have a bath. Yeah. I'm gonna have a bath. I'm gonna go. She needs to hurry up." And then it's like. Yeah, we're just leaving the island now, so it'd be 20 minutes. I'm like, She got there and she was like, she was let out the house for the first time. It was alarming, and I was very grateful that Rosie was there because she came in the house, which was strange in the first place.
Well, like you invited her in?
No.
Just walked in.
I opened the door and went, okay, like this cabin bed was in about 15 pieces. So I was like, it's all here. I'm going to give you the bag of bolts, and then me and your dad, I'll help your dad put it in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, I'm walking outside with like the doors to the wardrobe bit of this cabin bed and turned around and she stood in my kitchen. That was a bit strange, talking to Rosie. And honestly, it was like, I've got 2 kids. Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm telling you a bit, I don't want to know your fucking life story.
Was Rosie talking to her though?
To a point, like we were still in the process of trying to clean.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like, you're just getting in the way now. But you can kind of understand, like, she's not going to be able to help carry bits out.
No.
But at the same time, don't make yourself fucking at home. You're not staying.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're getting rid of the cabin bed. You're not buying it to fucking build it back up in the bedroom.
In the same house.
Yeah, in the same fucking house that we're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then we broke a TV.
Oh. Expensive one?
Fairly.
Oh. Well, was he just like dropped it?
No. Well, actually, we're not sure whether we did break it because it came. Her brother, Rosie's brother, is Rosie's TV.
Right.
It's making me feel a little bit better. It was Rosie's TV. Her brother put it in the car with a blanket over it.
Yeah.
And it was wedged, like behind the back
Yeah.
seats, front facing the front of the car, so they're not.
No.
You know, you get the bend on the back seats, don't you? Took it in the blanket, put it on the wall. No real. There was a bit of drama with the fucking
Wall.
No, not the wall. What they call
Like
the bracket, wall
Yeah.
bracket. But nothing where like we didn't have to fucking. It was just a bit of fucking get on there, you prick. Because where the wall was bowed, obviously the bracket's gone with it, meaning that we're having to sort of just like loosen that screw off, and we're on. And I went, and I because she was like, I've lost the remote for it. We need to buy a new remote. So I must have, while holding it, knocked the on button on. So I've lifted it and gone, babe, I think we need to stop. Why is that? Slap bang in the, well, not quite in the middle, but to the right hand side of the middle. Just looked like something had been fucking launched at it.
Oh.
And we was like, right, well, we might as well take this fucking down again.
Oh, God.
So I took it back down. My parents lovely got us a new television because Rosie was like, oh, I can't fucking believe it. And bear in mind, we've had a shocking start to the week as it was. I don't believe it happened. Bloke went to Curry's.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny. The bloke, I think he must have been new, because I would say that a pretty standard question when you're buying TVs would be, where's the mounting for the brackets? Because obviously the mount's on the wall now. We've finished painting. I don't want to be messing around moving that and putting holes in it. I was like, I need one that's got low mounting points. So we'd be walking along going, I quite like that TV. And he's having to walk around the back of it to look where the mounting points, where the bracket was. Couldn't just go, oh, it's got high ones, it's a Sony, or I think we ended up getting a high sense one.
Right.
So that was a bit weird. And he even went, when he got one and he was dragging it down to the till, and he went, I think that's the first time I've ever sold a TV from behind it. Okay. The next day, Rosie made the, how do I word this? Intellectually challenged decision to go and buy a fridge freezer, because she made the decision that mine wasn't big enough, which it probably isn't.
But like decided it on her own.
Decided it in a way that meant that if I disagreed, I would probably still be living here. That kind of decided it. It was one of those joint decisions. So me and a friend went and picked it up. Oh no, Rosie came with us, to be fair, because she had to choose, because me and Neil couldn't be trusted to choose, even though she pointed out what one she wanted. So we went and got the fridge. It's a fridge freezer, big American fridge freezer. was like, I think we're going to put it under the stairs. Happy days. We got it in, and I think it was quite late by the time we was actually getting it in the house. So we kind of just went, up bollocks to it. We'll just leave it by the back door. We'll plug it in so that it can be stocked up, and we will move it tomorrow. I got the tape measure out the next day and went, okay, it's that high and it's that wide, and the gap it wants to go in is right. Baby, ain't fitting. So it's now at the back doors. Which means that every time you want to go in and out with the washing, you have to go like that with a wash basket and go. Which kind of looks like you're trying to take an engine out of a car. Just bend my hand round and there we go. And it's worse trying to bring it back in. Yeah. Because you can out there with an empty basket. Yeah. And if they get dirty, you kind of just go, I thought you would dry off in the wind. When they're trying, you go, oh, they're all over the decking. Brilliant. So far, we've had two children and a dog run into it. You could probably guess the two children.
You don't even have a dog.
No, we have.
I'm joking.
Oh yeah, we've got a dog. She ran into it. She ran into it, and then the two of the kids have run into it. Because
was one of them your kid?
Yes. Well, technically, all three of them are mine now, but yeah.
You know what I mean.
One of them is biologically mine. The other one is so much like me, it's getting scary. Like really, really scary. You know, like when you have those moments and you go, like with Finn, I sit there and I go, oh, you get that from your mother. Or you get that from, I was going to say, like, give an example, then I thought, yeah,
maybe not. Maybe not a podcast.
No. This is a public episode. We haven't started the Patreon. Maybe on the Patreon specials of Patreon ones when I know that it's not going to get back to her. But gets that. I now look at George sometimes and go, he gets that from me.
Oh, do you want to?
He's spending too long with me because he like there was one.
Was George's fish and chip story for last week?
Oh yes, oh yes. I forgot. The reason why I was looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? I missed it because Finn had put his hat, because I picked Finn up. Yeah. So last Friday was the first night that all five of us slept in the house. So 3 kids and me and Rosie. So we thought we're going to have a film night, which was a mistake. It's not in a mistake in that way, but doing anything on a Friday night, especially with Finn, because I don't pick Finn up till 4 o'clock. Yeah. By the time we've got home, he is 7. Yeah, and he's tired. So trying to do anything on a Friday night is a bit of a risk anyway. But we thought we're going to do a film night, and we're going to get family fish and chips. So there's a fish and chip shop literally at the end of the road.
And someone decided they're going to get something else with their fish and chips.
Yes. So, and like I said, I missed this.
Brilliant story. I love it.
We walked in, and it was like, I think we got an extra large and a medium, and we're just going to put them all together and go, let's kids, me and you. Chips are ready, bag. Rosie goes to pay. I pick Finn up, and as I pick Finn up, Finn goes like that on the hot counter. No, like they have bits of glass.
Yeah, so sorry, you're now at the fish and chip shop.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I literally, where were I ordering the fish and chips? I'm not going to shout it out my window, am I?
I thought you were still picking Finn up when Rosie went. Okay.
No, we all went to the fish and chips. Family walked down to the fish.
Yeah, I'm not thinking because they're all little kids, aren't they? Yeah. I was thinking like...
We're going to fucking just go, yeah, if you wonder. Although there is a pub next door to the fish and chip shop, which it's one of those micro pubs. I'm quite tempted in there several times after work. But yeah, basically, as I pick Finn up, he puts his hand out, touches the hot glass. So I'm going, oh, no. Oh, silly bastard. Dickhead. As we walk out the shop, the man in question is like this. Like, watching me, and I'm looking at him going, the fuck are you looking at? Like, what are you looking at? So we go out the shop, and Bonnie's walked off. Rose, I think Bonnie had the fish and chips, or the chips. So she's walked off. Rosie's ahead of me, because I'm now... I've only been here a week. I've kind of made enemies already. Oh, fucking hell, what's going on here? No. I didn't catch up, and because I've got bigger stride, so I catch up. And I went, babe, did you see that man in there? And she went, yeah, George stuck his finger up his nose. And I went, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Come on.
nose.
Yeah, nose.
Okay.
Up his nose. I went, I'm sorry, could you just repeat what you just said again? Because I'm sure you just said that George stuck his finger up the man's nose. What Rosie had done is where she'd gone to pay, she put George on her hip
Yeah, I can
slash
imagine.
shoulder.
I can envision how she's done
The
it.
man is behind Rosie's back, and George has just gone, stuck his finger up his nose. And I won't lie, it took me back a bit that he's done that, because I missed all of it. And the first I knew about it was when we was like at the front door, and she's going, "Yeah, George stuck his finger up some random man's nose," and I'm thinking, explains why he was pulling faces at me now.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'd like to point out that bit's not like me. I don't randomly go around people. That wasn't the bit that started. That wasn't the story that started the. Oh fuck me, he might be taking a bit too much.
No, but I can imagine you going back and kind of Rosie having to go give the whole. You must have been a hard telling off because you kind of like you can't do that, and then your head you go, but that was fucking hilarious.
To be fair, there's been a few of them this week. Like this week, he. He's in the process of. Everything gets thrown. But we've taught him how to throw a ball.
Does he want to play cricket on Sunday?
You say that. He's actually half decent at football for someone that can take to it. But right, so we've been teaching him to throw a ball. The problem is that everything is now thrown at you.
Oh, right.
Including bottles, glasses, sweets, anything like that. So what we've had to do is kind of go, if you've got a ball and he throws it, well done, good throw. Anything else, you have to tell him off for it, because he can't throw anything else. I don't know if you've seen, do you remember the Starbursts? That Vimto now do a version of Starburst.
Yeah.
So he had one of them, I think it was Sunday. It's Sunday. Had one of them, I unwrapped it for him, and he sort of looked at it and was like, no, I don't want it anymore. Threw it. Went to throw it as in I don't want it. But threw it straight up and it went and just sort of landed on, and it was on there where I went, George, you can't do that. As I'm just watching him go. Like the stereotypical in a cartoon monkeys where the monkey's going, George is doing that, trying to get this. It's like
I would not be good around the kids because I'll be too busy laughing.
Yeah, there's been some times where I've had to. And actually, what makes it worse, it's not necessarily when you have to tell them off, but when you have to do the, are you okay? Because you know full well they've done it to themselves.
Are you okay before telling them off?
No, not necessarily before you tell them off. But Finn got out the bath on Saturday and went to so out the bath straight to bed because it was like the bath was to cool him down because last weekend was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Till that thunderstorm came and then it completely fucked my night. But yeah, it was like bath to cool him down and clean him into bed. Happy days. So at the moment, Finn's bed is so Bonnie's got a bunk bed and then Finn's underneath because at the moment George doesn't sleep through the night. So Finn does. He might as well go in with Bonnie. He's not going to be disturbed. Put Finn down. Finn's gone, freedom! And run into the bedroom and run straight into the steps of Bonnie's bed. Literally just donk, top of it. And I had to do that. Okay. That's why we don't run, you fucking moron. So, yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting 2 weeks now in the house. Me and Rosie haven't killed each other.
Yeah.
Not that I'd admit it on pod.
Imagine the podcast ends up in some sort of inquest or some sort of court case.
Can I just point out, I'd love to see you on the witness stand. Sorry, Mr. Reeves. I'd like to take you back to 45 minutes and 30 seconds into episode 49? I think it's episode 49. Where Mr. Wells makes a joke about not killing Miss Langton, and I'd like to know what is your opinions on this. Well, I thought it was a joke. I didn't realise he'd actually done it. I think I might. I've just realised. I think I might have just given away her full name. Fuck. I might actually have to do some editing on this week.
Mr. Reeves, are you good at cricket? Yes. Mr. Reeves, I will remind you are the
I'd like,
You cheeky wanker.
You could just imagine that just going. So can you take us back to that Sunday? Yes, I remember. I was just celebrating a 4. Just a reminder, Mr. Reeves, anything you do say, we'll be giving in evidence.
Celebrate a 6, Mr. Reeves. Mr. Reeves, come now.
Yeah, come on, this.
Oh, I also got in trouble. I haven't told you this. It sounded like.
Oh, hang on. That was like. I feel like we've just gone.
Cricket.
Okay, I was going to say. I feel like we was in 6th gear and you just slammed it straight into reverse.
Back to cricket. I think everyone thought that I completely lost my shit after I got out. I was annoyed.
I was told that you. I was told that you was annoyed.
Didn't lose my shit the way it sounded because I realised what happened. Because I'm pretty calm, aren't I? Apart from a few obvious exceptions, I have been pretty calm. But I was quite annoyed. I went and fist bumped the little lad, just like well done, because that's probably his first wicket. But I was like,
so that probably looked sarcastic as fuck.
Maybe.
Mate, if you did that to me if I got you out and you came up and fist bumped me, the next fist bump would be at your fucking forehead.
So I think everyone thinks I lost my shit because I went back in and I was like really annoyed with myself, and I was like, I'm going to like do something now. So I had the gloves in my hand, so I thought, right, they're going at the wall.
They're going.
So I threw them at the wall.
Hang on. Wait. Can I just?
There was no one else in the.
Can we just do an AI? What happened? Can we do a question of sports style? What happened next?
Just kind of like.
Because I know, do you remember question of sport?
Yeah.
We're talking about you, so I reckon you went into change room. You sit. Where do you sit behind the door?
Yeah, behind the door.
Behind the door. Have you aimed for your bag, or have you sort of aimed in the vicinity? You threw him into where the showers are, didn't you?
Towards that way, yeah. Into the corner.
I reckon you've gone to throw them at the sort of where my feet would be if I was sat at my.
Yeah, probably pretty much at your face where there's no one else in the changing room. But...
And you've gone like that and missed.
No.
You've thrown it about 6 inches to the right and it's gone straight into one of the showers.
No. So gloves. Done that, that's fine. Bat, I placed that down because I was like, I'm annoyed, but that's just going to make a hell of a noise. Pads, did the same with the pads, which doesn't really work. The gloves you can sort of throw.
The gloves have got a bit of momentum. The pads just like throwing a feather, isn't it? They just sort of
go. And then I thought, I had the helmet in my hand, and I thought,
oh no.
So then I thought, no, I shouldn't. So I went to I was still a bit annoyed and taking the box out at the same time. So sort of placed the helmet down. And the helmet bounced straight back up and then went into my side of the wall. It went like that, helmet straight up into the wall. So I think everyone thought like I just
launched
my shit and threw everything everywhere. What I'd actually tried to do was place the helmet. I'd even got that wrong. The helmet then goes... the helmet goes...
That's when you know you're having a bad Saturday. When even putting a helmet on the bench has gone wrong.
I was a bit annoyed and I wasn't necessarily like... I basically placed the bat on top of the bag. I wasn't sort of placing it, but I wasn't like launching it at the ground.
You wasn't doing me.
No, and they sort of bounced up and went bang, and I was like, well, that got heard outside. But I was in there on my own, so I thought if I go out and say I'm fine, that's going to make it worse.
If you go out there and go, there's nothing to see here.
So, but yeah, that made a bit of a noise. So I think everyone was a bit like...
Should we take some of this and put it behind your seat?
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 or 4 spare packs. I might put some behind your seat for you. For when you have these rage moments.
But that was like quite a measured like rage moment. It was just the fact that the helmet bounced back up that made it sound loads worse than what it was. And there was not really a lot I could do. I couldn't go like...
So, in the grand scheme of the changing rooms, before the refurbishment, there was 2 or 3 of us that had dents or broken bits of wood where their seats were.
I wouldn't have thought it's damaged anything.
Well, Angry was one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He had a big old hole. I was another, because my bat went into my bag via the wall behind my seat once. And I think, did Alex have one?
Probably.
Where he punched it once and cracked it. So we've had the changing room refurbished, and now you've broken
No, it wouldn't have done any damage.
I'll take photos on Sunday.
It just sounded bad.
Have you checked your bat?
Yeah, there's now for once there's a red cherry in the middle of it. I got out of the ball after.
There's a cherry right in the middle of it, and right next to it is the fucking label from his helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, Missouri have made this bat. That's new. But on the top it says Newbury. I'm not sure what's gone on here. It's Newbury, isn't it?
No, my bat's Salix.
Salix, that's it. What a waste of a bat that is.
Yeah.
I mean that in the politest possible way.
It's not really the traditional Salix batsman, am I? Oh, actually, I've got. This is ages ago, but I don't think we've spoken about this on pod. Last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago, I went to Martha's house. So Martha has a cat called Hamish and a tortoise called Henry.
Trying to think, we did discuss Hamish's abilities to bring a mouse in.
Yeah, so we've done that. Basically, I got there. She was out in the garden. So
Was she Dr. Dolittle, by the way?
Eh?
Was it Dr. Dolittle? The one who had all the pets.
She's got two. She's got a cat and a tortoise.
Tortoise is random.
Yeah, it's a bit random. So I got there. She was out in the garden, so I went out to the garden, and there was loads of pigeons in. She's got like guttering at the top of her roof, and loads of pigeons in there. And there's this little baby one, and the baby one, basically, the mum and dad flew off to the next house, and obviously they were doing it like basically sort of along a road. They were kind of going from house to house, and this little
sightseeing.
Yeah, this tiny baby one went, "Wait for me, mum and dad."
Fuck me, it was talking.
So, and basically sort of
fell to its death.
didn't die.
Wished it was dead.
Possibly. Because we then spent fucking ages trying to figure out what we're going to do with it when he probably got like so much mental damage now from falling.
I was going to say, it was probably concussed.
Probably wasn't worth doing anyway. So
hang on. Can we just? Am I expecting to next time I'm driving down near Folkestone, pull up a set of traffic lights, and as it goes green, see a fucking pigeon having an epileptic fit?
Possibly.
Because I'm gonna know that it was the one that fell out of your girlfriend's guttering.
Yeah,
that's a weird. That sounded so strange. Did you hear about Martha? Yeah, pigeon fell out of her guttering. That's painful.
Oh dear.
That's 2 podcasts in a row now. I've said something. I am so glad that your girlfriend doesn't listen to this.
No, you met her once and you've launched her twice. That sounded good. That sounded great.
I haven't, I promise.
So anyway,
yeah, back to your girlfriend's guttering.
So I've still not met her mum and dad yet, which I think I'll probably be doing tomorrow. But I've still not met her mum and dad. There's been times where she's better than DIY than me. I've got absolutely no issue saying that. She'll be like, you hold the phone, and she'll basically FaceTime her dad.
Hi, yeah, it's me again. Yeah, no, I know we've not met, and I want to make a good impression, but your daughter's trying to change the tap, and I don't know what I'm doing.
She's changed all the doors in her house. That's one of the things she's done. Ripped them off and got new ones on.
Was she the Hulk?
So no, I was just no.
What? Just in case she listens to this.
Yeah.
I might just send her a link. Listen to what he says about you on a weekly.
Jump 1 hour 40.
Fuck me with an hour.
So basically, she FaceTimes her dad and says, "What do? I don't want to leave the pigeon here. So if I leave the pigeon here, Hamish is going to come outside and Hamish is going to eat him, and that's not a nice way for the pigeon to die."
Carry on.
So she then gets like sort of one of them fishing net type things, gets a ladder out and sort of tries to get the pigeon in the fish net and sort of flip it upside down to get it back into like the little gutter in, just so it's basically back up sort of on the roof.
How tall is this ladder?
It's not like a full length one. So basically Martha can't do it. She can't reach.
Oh no.
And her dad, who I've never met before, then goes, "Perhaps you're not on your own. Perhaps there's someone with you who's taller." So now I'm like, great. I don't want to be doing this, and now I've ended up.
Oh God.
So I'm sort of got there, and I could reach the gutter in, and then I was like, now what do I do? She's like, well, now you need to find a way to flip it. I was like, if I flip it and I do it wrong, I'm just going to flip him down. And basically
he was epileptic. He's now completely.
But he's going to do the exact same thing again. He's just going to flip and he's going to go down. And she's like, right, so do you need to go higher? She starts making extensions for like this fishing net and all sorts of shit. And I'm like, sort of facing the ladder's sort of having to face this way because she's got a conservatory sort of before the roof. And so the ladder's up against the conservatory. I'm sort of facing that way, and I'm trying to get the fishnet to go like that to flip it to sort of like drop it like that. And after probably, I'm going to say the best part of 45 minutes, an hour.
45 minutes.
It was a long time because we like Martha tries it, doesn't work. Rings her dad, and was like, "What do I do?"
And he was like, "Get Tom to do it."
Tried another way, it didn't work. Then she's like, get Tom to do it. Tom does it, and took me 2 or 3 attempts because basically it's really annoying when you get there because you're like, I'm right where he needs to be. I can't just flip it 180. And also, it's getting to the point where I think he was a bit dazed, so he wasn't like voluntarily.
Bit fucking dazed. That must be an understatement.
But he wasn't like sort of coming out. So.
He's basically just done a Michael Schumacher without the skis, and you're wondering if he's a bit dazed.
So yeah, in the end, we got there. So I've not met her dad yet, but I've had some interesting conversations with him via FaceTime.
Can I just say, you are a better man than me for 45 minutes. After 15, that fishing net is being used like a fucking catapult. Right, you want to go and see your mum and dad? Bang! Off you go.
That is a good idea.
They don't see now. Fucking here we go.
I can fly it now. Still can't fly.
But then it's someone else's problem.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Let's be honest. We laugh and joke about how clumsy / stupid you are at times.
Yeah, I was surprised I didn't die when I went up the top.
Oh no, I was. Do you know what I was fully picturing you to say? And this was with no sense of irony or anything like that. You was going to go, yeah, so she wanted him to put him up so he was out the way of the cat. I put him up in the gutter, but I put him on the drain pipe so he fell down and the cat got him at the end of the drain. He must be like Tom and Jerry going, I've got him anyway. Also, can I just point out, you know, Martha, as I said, met her once, don't want to slag her off too much.
You're not doing a brilliant job, to be honest, but carry on.
Is surely net happiness, Hamish getting a bird, getting to eat it.
He wouldn't eat it though. He'd just stick around with it, and then that's the night he sort of comes in with it.
Yeah, but net happiness is probably up, isn't it? Pigeons.
You have that argument with her.
Pigeon's fucked anyway. Pigeon needs a wheelchair because he's broken his neck. Pigeon's in a bad way, so probably net happiness is pretty low at the moment anyway. You putting him up in a high place for him to fall again's probably not helped it. Maybe he was just laying there going, kill me. Yeah. Someone kill me. And you've gone, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save the day. But have you checked the gutters? Checked it's not still in there?
No, well Martha did go, I'm so pleased. It's such a shame that we don't get to see what happens to him now. I'm thinking, I'm really pleased we don't get to find out. I'll be so disheartened if he just goes, I'm going to fly again. No.
What would be more disheartening would be when it rained. And you went, what's that yellow thing at the bottom of the fucking... Oh, that's the pigeons. The pigeon didn't make it. No. Pigeons drowned.
Yeah. And then...
But yeah, net happiness, the joy that Hamish would have got from playing with that pigeon outdoes the crippling pain that the pigeon was probably in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, possibly. And then we had the joy of that night was thunderstorm night.
Yeah, that's fun. That was really fun when you got kids.
Yeah, so obviously don't have kids, but we had the cat. So I regularly got woken up by the cat because the cat's a bit freaked out by the thunder and lightning.
It's on everyone.
I wasn't. I'm fine. So the cat's freaked out by the thunder and lightning, comes to mum for attention and comfort, all right, fine.
And Mum goes, fuck off to
No,
Tom.
no, yeah. Mum's like, okay, it's fine. I'm now awake, and Cat's now had enough, and Hamish thinks I'm now going to exit the bedroom over Tom. So about 4 times in the night, I got woken up with a fucking cat's ass in my face. I was like, but there's not really a lot I could do.
I mean, your track record with animals states probably not. Not if she wants to keep Hamish around.
So yeah, that was eventful. I also had
I'd like to know where the tortoise came in this story. I feel like the tortoise was an unnecessary detail.
Oh, the thunderstorm. She left him out. That was.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's got a shit. It's not like
he's in like a little hut thingy. So she's like, he's gonna get soaked. I was like, no, he won't. He's basically in like a house.
He's in his house. His house. He's basically in a caravan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably don't sound very nice, but he's in a caravan.
Yeah. So yeah. I also nearly sustained an injury yesterday. I think I've told you this one.
Hang on, what was you doing? You was at Kent yesterday. How?
No, this is before. When I went to get my lunch, I nearly sustained an injury.
This is going to be... I need some sad music. This is going to sound so depressing. I used to like doing these podcasts with you. It used to cheer me up. Now I feel suicidal every time we finish.
So I went and got my lunch.
Tesco's meal deal?
No, Phil's. It's like a sandwich place by me.
Yeah, okay. Someone's earning more.
So I went there. And went to order my food, but I thought I'll get the drink first, and it's got like one of those little fridges. And there was a lady there. For some reason, she's picking up every single drink and then looking at it and being like, water. Water. No, I don't want that. That back. Right, Coke.
How big are her hands? She's not even reached for the can of Coke. She's just got them all balanced across her hand.
But she's putting them all back. So I thought, I know what I want. I want to get a Lucasade. So, excuse me, nothing. Excuse me, nothing. Excuse me, madam, sorry. Still nothing.
That's so posh for the third time.
No, but I was just trying to be polite. Still nothing. And I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to I know what I want, so I'm just going to put my arm over her shoulder. To which she did.
Judo flip?
She thought my hand was a bottle falling out of the fridge and jammed my hand, like pressed it against. So like, say that's where it shuts. She then like jammed it like that. So I was like, basically, I nearly went out, and then I realised she'd kind of done it by accident. So
you could still say "ow."
Well, I just didn't want to make her feel bad. And she was like, "Oh shit! I thought one of the not shit. She probably said sorry or something." But
this old granny that didn't hear you 4 times say "excuse me, please" has suddenly gone, "Oh shit, man!"
But she went like, "Oh, sorry, I just thought it was one of the drinks falling." And I said, "No, it's fine."
You can let go now.
But I got home, and like as I started walking home, I was like, "You already asked me to keep on Sunday at this point." I was like, "This doesn't feel good."
Can I ask a question? Have you told Martha that you held hands with some old granny?
I'm not quite sure holding hands is quite the right term. She tried to break my hand. Tried to break my wrist.
But she tried to hold your hand.
But anyway,
I feel like you need to come clean.
You can just edit that bit out. I'm just
going to...
You can say that about most things. And I was walking home and I was like, fuck, that actually hurts. And then I had my sandwich. And but went to eat my sandwich and I picked it up and I was going to eat I was basically going to eat it out of the thing it comes in. You know, like they come in like the paper, I don't know what you call them. Like
food bag.
Yeah. But I was going to eat it out like that. And then I picked it up and I was like, ow, no, I actually can't do that. I've got to go get a plate.
Please tell me you didn't eat your sandwich with a knife and fork.
No, I ate it with my hands, but like I had to have the plate. I couldn't eat it off the thing because my hand was still stinging a bit. And I've got to cricket, and I was like, actually, it doesn't feel bad now. But I was genuinely at one point in the afternoon, I was like, my hand is fucking killing me.
Was she from the Karate Kid or something?
I think it's just the way she did it, like because my hand was sort of
there.
I don't know. She did it to my left hand. How did she even do it to my left hand? But where she sort of squashed it against the door, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like an angle. So I think it was sort of on the wrist. She'd kind of really sort of jammed it in a weird way. But yeah, I got to cricket.
You've been up to some spicy paella, haven't you? And you're just trying to come up with an excuse as to why you can't keep on Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't actually that bad in the end. But I was like,
Hang on. Have we really just gone through that story for you to go, oh, it's not too bad?
Well, imagine that as a reason for if I pulled out. If I was like, mate, I'm injured. Oh, what have you done?
Fucking granny beat me up.
Granny, yeah.
Was it gangster granny?
Felt like it.
Oh, for God's sake. Why do conversations with you, they get so depressing so quickly sometimes?
But the good thing is I made a full and safe recovery now. Paul Maureen's in A&E.
What?
That's what you're going to do to my wrist, is it? Douche. Obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, that is a joke.
I thought you said... I've now clocked what you said. You said poor Maureen is in A&E. I thought you just said I pulled Maureen in A&E. So I was thinking, you've just said you made a full and full. Like, why have you gone up to A&E then?
Do you want to talk about actually one other cricket story from this week? I haven't spoken about a lot of cricket, to be honest.
Well, as in our cricket, or...
No, not our cricket, but club cricket. Ties. Sent you it Monday. You remember?
No.
Mancad.
Oh, yeah. What a twat. That's all I'm saying on that. What a twat.
I feel like, yeah, I agree with you, but I feel like I know people that have watched that video and been like, what a legend. But I feel like...
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those spirit of cricket things that's really going to divide opinion.
I guarantee someone will try that this weekend. You'll hear a story from our league that someone got man-cadded at the weekend.
Mm.
If it's me, they'll fucking get a nearly £3 VAT out of their arse.
What me and my boss couldn't work out at the end was handshakes.
Yeah, how the fuck do they shake hands after that?
All of them, apart from the umpires. The umpires were basically telling that bowler. The bowler, by the way, was the captain.
Yeah. Right, so this is where the spirit of spirit of cricket comes in, because yes, it's out, but the umpires.
But then the umpires have to give it out.
But within reason, they can say you've not given him a warning that you're going to do it. So basically, because I did I have this conversation with Mel, or was it I saw it on TikTok? But basically, the way round. If you get someone that is being like that one was being a dick, like thought he had a wicket the ball before and then decides to man-cad him because he's a petty child, the umpire can turn around and go, you was too far into your bowling stride, it's a no ball. Not no ball, a dead ball.
I was going to say if it's a no ball, then they lose.
Yeah, no, it's a dead ball. You was too far into your bowling stride. Because there's a point, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he was so, because he was behind the stump.
Yeah, but it's a bit like, have you ever heard Kevin Lynch talk about football refereeing?
Yeah.
When when you see like a corner and straight away the whistle's blown, and they'll be like free kick, like holding or something like that. Kevin Lynch, he said it's normally because it shouldn't have been a corner. Mm-hmm. They've made a mistake and gone, I've gone too far with it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Foul on the goalkeeper. Fucking no one's near the goalkeeper, but it's the way that they get round showing face. The umpire can turn around and go, you're too far into your bowling stride.
Well, so they're like league, that's Division 4, so they're league umpires, so it's not team umpires. I think the bloke on TikTok said something about it would probably be a team umpire. It's not. Those would definitely be league ones.
You can tell that from the black trousers and the lab coat that they're wearing. And the sun hat the size of fucking Jupiter.
Yeah. They... Yeah, basically, they do shake hands with the captain at the end, but the captain mancads and then almost goes to storm off. Then he turns back round. He's like, cap or something. The umpire's got it. So he goes up to the umpires and tries to shake their hands, and both of them like nothing to do with it. And he's like, can I have my cap back? And one of the umpires goes, where's your cap? and then like they're reluctantly, but it's obviously very reluctantly shake hands. But yeah.
What is your opinion on them, on the man cadding?
I think it's hard to tell through. I haven't watched the whole. I don't think anyone's watched the whole stream back, but it's hard to tell whether that was like the first time he'd done it. I'm going to guess it probably was the first time he'd done it. And to tie the game,
you're supposed to give a warning, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you say you're supposed to. I think it's on the bowler to kind of mention it, isn't it? To say, by the way, you're.
It's very stupid from the 11 though. 1 to win. Like, why are you backing that far?
Yeah,
up?
you don't need.
He's not at fault at all. But what's he doing?
Well, no, you're slightly, because if I'm number 11 and we need 1 to win, I'm staying in our fucking crease until I'm told to run like Billy-O, basically. Yeah, I don't particularly like the man-cad rule.
No,
on the basis that it does. We saw it. Was it the Women's World Cup when the Indian bowler did it to the English?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it in the final or semi-final? And literally just no warning. Just
it's a bit subjective, really, isn't it? Like some people think it's a perfectly fine mode of dismissal, and like won't sort of see the point in giving a warning, and others will just be like, we just wouldn't do it. Like there's lots of people that we play with. I'm pretty sure some people that we play with
would do it.
Some people would do it, but then some people, if someone did it, they'd go straight to the umpire and be like, "That's not out. Like you can't give that out." There's definitely certain people at the club that would.
Yeah, I'd probably be one of them. Go unless it was consistent. If it was first one, I'd go no.
And if it's like
I'll withdraw the appeal.
Yeah, it's a bit different as well, isn't it? If it's like a kid, like because you don't really, you're a little bit more reluctant to do it to a kid, aren't you?
Am I though? Am I?
One of my mates when I lived in Carlisle, I sent him that because I played with him. This is even more petty than that. We were playing, getting absolutely pumped. Defending say like 120. The other team are 115 for 2. Some 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 50 not out. He goes into bowl, man cads him. See ya. And then the umpire was like, "Is there anything you want to say?" He's like, "Yeah, changing rooms over that way."
Oh.
But we lost. We lost by 7 wickets.
Yeah,
than 8.
that doesn't. That looks bad.
That's very him.
What does it go down as? Is it a run out?
I think it's a run out. Yeah, it's a run out. It's on the scorecard.
So it'd be a run out by the bowler.
Yeah.
See, in my opinion, like I understand you should be able to do it because otherwise you'd have someone like me that would be halfway down the track before he's fucking let go of the ball. But at the same time, I remember, we had it indoors.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. A certain young bowler who doesn't really play for us that much anymore, but plays on a Sunday.
Right.
Did it indoors. And yeah, that got spicy really fucking quickly.
You shouldn't really do it, yeah.
Especially indoors. But yeah, he did it indoors and turned around and appealed. And as captain of the indoor team, I went.
So what, did you stand the appeal up or did you...
No, I told him to come back.
Oh.
So but the problem is, this is where, from a captain's point of view, this is another reason it's a bit of a dick move. And it's different for him because if he is captain, he's got to stick by his decision.
Yeah.
But I felt I was now in a position where I had to do... You have to make a decision, don't you? Because I looked at him and went, you fucking haven't though, have you? You've just put... You're appealing, so it's got to be given because all it takes is one person to appeal.
Yeah.
It's like when everyone always laughs at me for appealing. You go, I just have to be right once for me to be the only person to appeal for it to...
I did it once as a kid. I was the only one that appealed and the umpire was like, yeah, that's out.
Yeah. All it takes is one. So, but as the captain, I've now got to go. It's like that. Do you stand by your player?
Yeah.
Or do you stand by the spirit of the game. And I mean, I'd already made the decision, and it's the same as if it happened on the weekend. I'd be like, no, withdraw the appeal. He's not going anywhere. Watching a full 50-year-old man have a complete fucking psychological breakdown over it, there was part of me that wishes I'd let him go and just got to carry on going, mate. Because literally, Mr. Cole has done it. I'm behind the stumps, so it's taken me from like that to go, all right, well, I need to go up and talk to the umpire and say that we're going to withdraw the appeal. He, in that 6-7 second walk from behind the stumps to the umpire, is having a complete hissy fit. Like, short of throwing himself on the floor in the middle of Asda's car park because, like, Daddy won't give you £1, that's a good description of how this bloke was going. And there's me going, up, umpire, shut the fuck up, umpire. Will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to get the umpire's attention to tell her that I want to withdraw it. No, that's it. I'm trying to withdraw it, mate. Fuck off. Yeah, literally, I think. But he was so in his own head that we was going to be arseholes. Yeah. You've played indoors, haven't you? He was at the doors, and I'm going, come back! Come back! I've said you could come back! Yeah, that was...
It's interesting, because I think sometimes when someone's got the nerve to do it, your head, you do sort of lose your head. You're just like, the whole team's going to like think that.
Yeah.
I don't think... definitely on a Sunday he wouldn't get away with doing it. He probably wouldn't on a Saturday.
I think he'd get away with it slightly more on a Sunday.
Might depend
because of her. Yeah, I was just going to say, because of the standard of players we have on a Sunday that come over from high division Saturday teams.
They wouldn't really. I don't think they'd really do it.
Probably name one of them that probably would.
Are we going to end the podcast soon? Because on Mad Cadding, I've got the perfect way to end it.
No, there's quite a bit. We haven't seen each other for 2 weeks.
Oh.
Well, what have you done?
No, I've got the perfect way to end it. We'll come back to that then.
Okay. I feel like we should probably discuss some cricket.
I was at the Kent yesterday.
Yeah.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
They weren't terrible, actually.
That's why I don't want to talk about Kent.
Bottom of the South Group, though. Playing tomorrow, Essex. Haven't won yet. Gloucestershire as the defending champions only won yesterday for the first time.
Not yesterday. Tuesday. I watched it. It was on television.
I was at the Kent.
Oh! Yeah, sorry.
Gloucestershire game.
Yeah, all right, shut up. Yeah, I watched... Who did I watch then? On Tuesday. On television. Hampshire.
Right.
Versus...
I think Hampshire are doing quite well in the group, aren't they?
They were doing well.
Somerset are obviously doing well. Kent are the only team in history that can like beat the previously undefeated team on their own turf on Sunday quite comfortably as well, and then lose to the team that haven't won.
Yep. Imagine
4 days later.
Imagine it's what it's like being a Man United fan. Every game is a different way to break your heart.
That's ridiculous.
No, I wanted to talk to you about. Have you seen Sir? Is he Sir Jimmy now? He is, isn't he, Sir Jimmy?
Is he going to play?
Nope.
Kent, Lancashire Sunday.
Possibly. So the point I was going to make about him was, so I saw a headline Monday, Tuesday, that him and Archer were announcing themselves. Is that the right word? They're announcing themselves for the Big Bash draft.
What did Anderson go for? That
He
no one
didn't.
picked? He went for something that no one picked him.
Didn't get picked.
Yeah, but what did he go for that no one picked him?
What do you mean?
He went for something before and no one picked him.
No, this is what I was going to say.
Oh.
So it wasn't picked up by the Big Bash. Wasn't picked up.
The Big Bash last time.
No, for 2026.
Yeah.
Because the draft is now for 2026 because obviously the availability. Wasn't picked up for the IPL.
Yeah.
And also wasn't picked up for the 100. Yeah. For someone who didn't really have a blistering T20 career as much as he's one day.
He didn't really play many, to be fair.
No.
But...
Do you think he's now sat there going, I've maybe missed. But I mean, he's 42 for one. That's probably not helped. But I'm surprised.
Yeah, financially he must be doing all right. He can't be.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's struggling. But just imagine if he got IPL 100 BBL this year.
Has he got the 100?
Didn't get anything. He's none of the franchise leagues that he's made
What's
him
the Lancashire one called? Manchester.
originals.
Why the hell have they not taken him? Not even as a player coach.
Don't know. Archer wasn't picked up for the Big Bash, but apparently that might have something to do with. So apparently this for the first year in however long, the Australians have actually been a bit sensible with their draft picks, and have looked at people who aren't playing international cricket at that time. Because the Big Bash is on the same time as the Ashes.
Yeah.
So, funny enough, not many English Test players were picked. I think...
You'd like to think as an Australian you're not going to be picked.
No, it's the same. I was just sorry. Because Zach Crawley went untold.
Yeah.
Duckett went untold. Duckett actually had a good Big Bash last year.
That's going to be a crap competition if it's on in the middle of the Ashes.
Yeah.
Like, no Australian players are really going to want to play in it that much.
What, the Ashes or the Big Bash?
The Big Bash, because the Ashes are on. Like, sponsors and stuff are going to be more interested in the Ashes.
Well, it's KFC, isn't it, on the Big Bash?
Yeah.
It's the KFC BBL, which sounds like a burger.
And fans aren't, like, the attendances are going to be, it's going to be like Club World Cup attendances. Probably not quite that bad.
No, I don't think it'll be that bad, because the Big
But
Bash...
it will be along those lines.
Yeah.
Because, well, or you just have people, I suppose you might have people like watching Ashes on the phone.
Well, the other thing is, I think it works quite nicely because they're in Australia. It's not so bad if they were over here and doing it at the same time, because at that point you go, right, the 18 that are picked can't be released, because by the time they fly back, they might need them again. So you do kind of go, well, we can't be picked. If you had someone say, let's say Matthew Short, because they're going to try another opener at some point, because let's be honest, Labuschagne ain't working and Khawaja is out of form.
Smith didn't work, did he?
Smith didn't. So far, none of them have. Well, maybe Sam Constas, probably the only one that's worked, and it was harsh to drop him. But you look and go, right, so Matthew Short is picked up by... I think he's at the Renegades, but I might be wrong. He could play the first game, and then Australia go, right, we want you in the Test side, because he's only got to fly from one side of Australia to the other. A bit like we always joke about the Sam Billings. Who's in Australia, who's English? Sam Billings. It's quite handy. We'll have him.
Yeah.
Better than him coming over and 6-day COVID bubble. He's already here. But Archer wasn't picked.
Yeah, he probably would want to play in the Ashes. I don't.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? He says everyone, Rob Key and who's the selector?
Rashi Giles? No.
Well, I've got McDonald in my head, but I don't think that's right. Might be Ashley Giles. Everyone is saying that the plan is that they're ramping up Archer's Red Ball ready for...
Apart from Archer.
The Ashes. No, but, well, this is the thing. Everyone is saying it.
Yeah.
And then Archer's going, you might be ramping it up, but the IPL overran, so I'm going to stay at the IPL and not play white ball cricket. I'm not 100%... That's a nice breeze,
That's
isn't
a
it?
glorious breeze.
I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be... I'm going to play in the 100, so I might miss some of the India test. And it's like, we're all gearing up. Is that a bug that's on there?
Daddy Longwood, yeah.
Excuse me, while we evict the spider. Everyone's going, we want Archer back to play Test cricket. And Archer just seems to not be fucked by it.
No.
He's going, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to go and play cricket. Yeah, but if you wait a week, you'll be able to play against India. But I could go to Pakistan and play now.
Yeah, like...
It's like having a child, isn't it? I want sweets. Have your dinner first. I want sweets. Have your dinner first. I want sweets. Have your dinner first. You can have sweets. Just, we're trying to get you ready for this.
I know that kind of I think Graham Swan was the one that said it. Someone's got a lot of flack for saying that the series is the perfect warm up for the Ashes, basically because they just say every series is the warm up for the Ashes.
What, as in this India?
But
No, it's too far away.
But actually, well, yeah, it is. But it's a good sort of gauge, isn't it? And I think if someone like Archer's like can't be bothered, then I don't really see how.
Well, so we've got the squad for tomorrow. I mean, he starts tomorrow.
You can't pick and choose. You can't be like, oh, the Ashes. Now we're talking.
Well, you say that. That's kind of what the Australians do, don't they?
Mm.
And it's basically what we see happen in football.
Yeah.
But the squad, so it's an unchanged batting lineup for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Crawley, Duckett. And I want to come back to Duckett because I think Duckett might be the most informed player in the world at the moment.
Crawley.
No, across all formats.
Yeah.
I think Ben Duckett. Pope stays at 3.
Had a Bethel.
Yeah. I think we discussed this, didn't we? Did those who stayed at the IPL shoot themselves in the foot by not playing in the Zimbabwe test? I think that's prime example. Because I think that Zimbabwe test, Bethel would have played over Pope. They would have dropped Pope. Bethel would have gone and got on the big score, and Pope would have been scrambling to get his place back now. And I think Bethel's put himself on the back foot. He's now got to wait for Pope to fuck up. He might not be waiting long, but he's got to wait. He could have started the year as England's number 3.
Yeah.
Rather than now being, I need to wait for the number 3 to mess up for me to come in.
Can Bethel open?
He can.
Rogue, but Crawley actually been batting 3 for Kent, hasn't he?
What, Compton and...
No, in the Blast.
Yeah, we're talking test though, aren't we?
Mm.
Although in the 4-day game, it's Crawley and Compton, isn't it?
Yeah.
So... And then, really, do you want to take Zach Crawley? The thing is, and I think that everyone seems to be forgetting is Zach Crawley doesn't get shit overnight. He was...
Well, he's been in good form going into it. I would, with all due respect to the attacks he's faced in the Blast, I would suspect that Jasprit was going to be slightly better than most of these faced.
But then, to be fair, India are only coming over with, realistically, Bumrah and Shami.
Yeah.
Shami, the other one. Siraj.
Yeah.
Are the only real pace one. They come over with the spin bowlers, but they've not got Ashwin or Jadeja. They've both retired. So has Kohli and Sharma. Shubman Gill is still in nappies and he's captaining. So, is that Daddy Longlegs on me now? It
possibly.
is. Don't wait. Squash Daddy Longlegs.
Mind you, we don't play spin very well.
No, we don't. Joe Root does. That's about it. But
I
then
think he's only doing 3 of the 5.
Is he? Why? Oh,
Managing his workload.
is he, or is this? Is his wife not due to give birth?
How would he know before the series that he's going to miss 2 games for that?
Because I think the due date is.
There's nothing to say that it'll come on the due date. I would just imagine that's managing his workload.
I might have read something wrong then, or read an old story. But in the bowling is where it goes weird. So Bryden Carson, Josh Tongue stay.
Yeah.
Gus Atkinson
Yeah.
is fit,
Had a really good summer last year, so yeah.
but is fit, having they thought was possibly going to miss this. Was it Hampshire?
Yeah.
And Shahab Bashir stays.
All rounder, Stokes, all rounder, yeah.
Stokes, yeah. Obviously.
And Joe Root's fit, so yeah.
Joe Root and Harry Brook at 5. So it's,
Oh, yeah, I was thinking bowlers like Root as well.
yeah, you got, yeah. Do you not remember Harry Brook's immense bowling figures in the Ashes last time? And the famous commentary from Gower. Who was it? Just saying. Time for Harry Brook. He's going to get wickets this year, I'll tell you. That's what I'm going to nail on. He's going to get at least 10 wickets.
Do you think he'll bowl over Root?
No. No, because the handy thing is that, one, the Indians are coming to England, so it's going to be Oh, do you remember what you did to us last year, where we had to play on pitches that benefited you because you've got really good spinners? So we made sure that it benefited your spinners. Guess what? These pitches are going to be bouncy and fast, and you're going to shit yourself as they come. Like, it would be really handy if we had Mark Wood. They're saying that Josh Tongue's pretty light. What?
And Atkinson.
Tongue's the fast one, though, isn't he? Because
Yeah.
they normally go a fast one, a swing bowler, and then one with the variations. Atkinson's in as the swing bowler, isn't he? He's Anderson's replacement. Cast is the variant one, so Tongue must be the. I'm sure Tongue is pretty quick, isn't he? Is he up there? He's up there around about the 89, 90, isn't he? If I'm right in thinking. So, yeah, these pitches are going to benefit our bowlers. Good luck, motherfuckers. Basically.
Bashir's going to be like, oh.
Yeah, Bashir's going to. But the thing is, you kind of feel for Bashir.
Just go to the dressing room with all the Indians and be like, I don't like these pitches either.
I was going to say, you feel for him because the pitches are not going to benefit him.
No.
And the Indians are used to playing spin bowlers.
But
So if they go, right, they've mastered the pace, we just want to slow it down, we're going to bring on a spinner. You're going up against probably one of the best spin playing attacks, batting attacks out there. You go, brilliant, really glad.
But it'll be a good test for him, actually, in terms of like looking ahead to the Ashes, because they'll be quick and bouncy pitches that aren't necessarily going to spin. They're not going to rag square, are they?
No. This series could make or break some players, I think. Pope, Crawley, Bashir, and then. Do you not find though with the pace bowlers at the moment, it's like they've just got all the names in a bowl and just gone them three. Oh, that's a new combination. We've had that one before. Like, do you think you've still got Dylan Pennington to come back?
They said this when Anderson and Broad retired, didn't they? There was like, who's going to replace them? And I think one of them, it might have been Rob Key, but one of them was like, pretty much like, everyone is all going to chip in.
But you got Pennington, Josh Hull, Potts.
Yeah.
Potts if needed. You've still got Wokes to come back. You've still got Wood to come back from injury. Archer. If they can be asked. What's his face from Surrey that I don't like?
Oh,
Worrell,
yeah.
Is now eligible. The one who's in the one day side, but taking a lot of wickets, the opening bowler. He looks like Kai Kurd, the comedian. Mahmood.
Oh, yeah.
There's 8. You just go. The only one that's name is probably guaranteed is Atkinson, isn't it? In that bowling attack, it's probably Gus Atkinson, probably the only one who's going, well, I'm going to play probably all 5, and he's probably already looking at hotels in Australia, isn't he?
Yeah, because you probably, if you go like Wokes and Wood, you look at it and go, oh, that's a bit old, a bit sort of age in the attack. And
Well, even Archer's 31 now?
What was that, 31 in the end? 30...
He's somewhere between 33 and 30. I just can't remember where.
Yeah, no, so a big series.
Oh, fuck me. How... Hey, Sam Cook. Just made his debut and we completely forgot about him.
Yeah. One that would have... obviously there's a lot of depth in the batting as well, but one that looks better and better. He didn't actually get that many yesterday, but every time I watch him, there's something about it. Like one of the cut shots, he like cut it pretty much like dead straight to mid on, but he like cut it, and I was like, shit, he's hit that hard. But he's really effortless.
I don't think he's eligible. Did we discuss this at the end of the last season? He's not eligible. I think it's the end of this summer that he's eligible, isn't
Well, yeah, I'm thinking more like towards the... Actually, I don't know where we'd go into an England side. Probably wouldn't open. Would he open? Would him and Zach open? No, you wouldn't.
No, you can't drop Duckett.
No.
Right, go back to my point. I think
maybe
Duckett...
he would go... Oh, maybe he would open and that would mean Zach drops to 3, but then I don't know.
Right, then you're not playing Bethel.
Bethel or Pope, yeah.
No, let's be honest. Bethel's going to get ahead of Pope at some point. So you're going, right, we're going to take out Zach. Who are we going to bring in? Miaye. All right, that's not going to be an awkward conversation, is it? Next time they're in the change room, going, He's looking at me, isn't he? He's looking at me.
From what you've seen though, it's hard, isn't it? Because Zach's kind of been doing it on the very, very top stage, like very top class level, whereas Miaye's kind of very much there, but looks like he can get there. Miaye could overtake Crawley.
Yeah.
Actually.
He's got age on his side. Well, I tell you that, actually, now I've said that, Zach's not.
He's older than you think. I think he's 27, 28.
Then Miaye's 24.
23.
23! Fuck me now, I feel old. I'm sure, I think, maybe I think the pathway is going to be into the one-day side, isn't it? For Miaye.
Yeah. I would imagine, I know he's left, but he probably knows someone like a Jordan Cox and he'd probably fit in quite nicely. But, I mean, being in Division 2 this year, and by the looks of it, next year as well, that's to do.
You mean to say after 3 straight losses, we're not going to get promoted?
The bottom of the table, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're not going to win it.
Can you imagine if they got relegated into, like in football, you get relegated to the county league, and all of a sudden we're going, oh fuck!
Well, it looks like St Lawrence and Highland Court have overtaken Kent as the count.
I was going to say, can you imagine if the person in Kent Division 1 got promoted and had to take their place? Oh yes, I mean, Lancashire, it's going to be interesting. It's a long drive down from Manchester to Folkestone. Hey?
Yeah. Oh, we went past, when I was at Martha's last week, we went past, we went to the Morrisons in Folkestone, the one in Cheriton.
Yes.
We went there and she parked the car up and she's like, get the bags out of the boot. Then I was when I got the bags out of the boot. I was like, what are you doing, Tom? Nothing. Tom, can you see the cricket pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who's playing. He said, what do you mean? Well, it's a Thursday. I think it was their cricket week. But it's a Thursday afternoon. I'm just interested. Can you see the school? Can you see like a scoreboard? You don't even know what's going on, do you? It's like,
No,
I'm just watching the cricket. Do you do that though? Like when you end up in a car park, you're like,
not
"Ooh."
necessarily in a car park, but there's been times when I've driven past somewhere and I'll be like, I should be like, you've played there, haven't you? Yeah.
We won't do that on Saturday. I thought Sam's message was quite funny. Just for those that don't know,
Yeah.
given most of us have
Played there.
played there or that end up going there. Yeah, it's basically like one of those grounds that you're going to feel like you're trespassing at some point. Just keep going. Just keep believing in yourself. It's okay. You haven't done what you think you've done. Although actually, I'm trying to think. Is there anyone stupid enough? Because obviously, there's a really.
I don't need to finish the sentence. It'll probably be me.
You played there, haven't you?
Once.
I don't think I've played there. I've watched cricket there. But there's like that big house. So you're sort of driving in, and there's a big house straight in front of you. And then like you have to go left, and it keeps following round and winds round and round, and you end up on the cricket pitch. Is anyone stupid enough to think, I'm just going to commit to going through like through the house, through the mansion?
Oh, tea. I like that. Oh, right. I feel like we should go before one of us actually completely evaporates.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got shinier and shinier as this podcast has gone on.
Yeah. So back to the Mancad.
Oh yeah.
So the teams involved: Sandwich Town Seconds and High House. And we all know what I think of Medway Cricket Club.
Yeah. It's a shame you've now got to do the social medias. Otherwise, that would have been a very, very good place to stop, wouldn't it?
Ah, crap.
You should have done the social medias first. I'm not redoing it, and I'm not editing it, so it's the other way around.
Ah.
You fucked up. You done fucked up.
Yeah, we're on social media.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember. Did we announce that we've got the Patreon episodes starting soon?
Yeah.
Did we announce that?
That was the last one we did before the break.
The break.
We were on a break.
The enforced break, because I was stressed to my fucking eyeballs for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's From the Boundary Pod. You can also email us at fromtheboundary@gmail.com.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
We also have a Patreon, so you can subscribe, and that will get you access to advanced access to these episodes, give you the Patreon episodes only, which you haven't done any yet, and it's a discount on merch, which you haven't done yet.
Patreon episodes are coming first sooner than the merch. The merch is proving more difficult.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
And we all know what I think of Medway Christmas.
Oh, fuck off.